The holidays are almost here, and while most of the year's big games have already released, December still has some really good surprises. Now we're talking about some mobile games so realistic they'll make you question if you're playing a mobile game. So whether you are into action, strategy, or something cinematic, these games are the perfect way to seal the deal.
I realize what I am asking. But you, of all people, understand what is at stake. For the sake of everything before and to come.
As you've probably guessed already, if you're a Warframe fan, you better hold on to your helmet because Warframe 1999 just dropped and it's a total game changer. First of all, we're talking about the 59th Warframe, and if you're a series' veteran or a newbie, you've got plenty of new content to sink your teeth into right now. Some of the new mission types are PvP or versus environments, so you're gonna be racing against enemies in the face-off mode or in defending in Hell Scrub. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about because you haven't tried it yet, Warframe is available on the Apple Store everywhere as of today, and on Android it's still in pre-registration. You can use the links down in the description for just a taste of the action.
Oh no.
With that being said, Resident Evil 2 is finally on iPhone and iPads, and it's looking better than ever. Imagine Raccoon City's mayhem or chaos now in the palm of your hands with adjusted graphics, crisp audio, and even smoother controls, making this survival horror even more immersive. In fact, this version is actually tailored for the latest Apple devices, with auto aim for beginners and controller support for the true horror experience. And if you grab it right now or before January 8th, you're gonna save 75% of the money you're gonna spend for the game. I recommend you play this one with a controller, but mobile controls are just fine as well. Moving on to number 3, it's a game we mentioned before. However, it finally has been released globally. See, we've got Blade of God X, Orisols, one of the better Souls-like RPGs of mobile gaming world and one that's recently been redone. Technically re-released, offering 4K visuals and an orchestral score, delivering what's even more immersive than it used to be. The game is filled with battles and moral decisions and a decent story to follow along the way, mostly combat and narrative. Graphics are also now optimized for low-end devices. We do not suggest the game as it is right now. It maybe need a little bit of a fix, and also it's over 10 gigabytes in size. If you're into next level mobile games, Rise of Eros Desire is just straight up a game changer. So we're talking about intense graphics here, right? Every goddess here looks like she's about to step out of the screen and do a little thing for you. It's like it's actually in 360-degree real time. This is an idle style RPG strategy like Raid, so you're gonna have to build a team, mix and match skills, and fight battles that are easy to pick up, but then pretty tough to, look the other way. And the real kicker is obviously the goddesses. They're more than just eye candy. They've got depth, personality, and hidden sides that you're gonna unlock as you bond with them. Anyway, so, be careful with this one. Anyway, if you've got a Netflix membership, you've gotta check out Monument Valley 3. It might just be the most stunning puzzle adventure game of the year. In this game, you're gonna be helping the famous apprentice Lightkeeper, now to save her village, from rising waters, and the catch is you're going to be navigating mind-bending optical illusions and twisting the world around you to solve puzzles, like the previous iterations. The visuals are absolutely jaw-dropping this time, and so are the puzzles. Think minimalist art meets impossible geometry with inspiration from global architecture and personal stories. It might just be the most beautiful world in the Monument Valley series yet, and if you love the first 2 games, this one is a must-play. Quick mention for the fans. Season 7 of Life After is here, and it's taking you straight to another new swampside village with some seriously dark secrets. See, after waking from a strange dream, you've got an invite to another mental village where there's nothing around in the streets but pure bizarre. The real game changer here in this update is the new Exorcist profession. As you can see, that class, it's got a male and a female, and the new powers that let you turn fallen enemies into allies. Plus, this new blue tide energy is creating all kinds of dangerous threats, so you have to get ready for some serious new unpredictable enemies. Okay, first of all, it's fully coming out February 17 for both platforms, but it's available right now in a couple of forms, and for those of you who missed it. Dark and Darker Mobile blends dungeon crawling with battle royale chaos. You gotta fight to survive as you collect loot and avoid being hunted by other players. The twist in this game is there is a dark swarm that's closing in, so escaping with treasure is as much about outsmarting other players as it's about battling the monsters. You can choose from 6 classes, like there's a tank, there's a rogue, a mage. Get better as you go for an even more intense PvP combat. This game's all about strategy, survival, and grabbing the loot before someone else does. It's a really good game. Number 8. We've got here Laundry Store Simulator, in which you're basically in charge of transforming a pretty humble laundry little shop into this ultimate laundry empire. Well, obviously you start by washing, drying, and designing the store to keep customers happy. In a minute, then you upgrade the equipment from high-end washers to just some automated machines and create a very cozy space that draws people in. Of course, you can and must expand the business by unlocking new areas and services, hire skilled staff to manage it all, and sell cleaning products and all sorts of stuff to make it successful. But it's a pretty good game. You can play this one offline, and it's only about 200 megabytes in total. Why not? On the other hand, freestyle dunker is just street fighter. Picture this. You're in the streets, just vibing to the beats, no refs, no rules, it's just you, the ball, and that adrenaline rush. It's a kind of game where the hustle never stops and the fun just keeps rolling. You're dunking, dribbling, maybe even throwing in a little dance move here and there. Game's all about pushing yourself, breaking limits, and feeling the feeling of the core. If you love basketball and the energy of hip-hop, this is where you want to be. You ever play a game that doesn't need words to wreck your soul? Well, that will be Pine, A Story of the Lost. Well, the game is just launched on the Apple Store only, unfortunately, and it's an experience, trust me, not just a game. You step into the life of a grieving woodworker mourning his wife, with every scene quietly tugging all different parts of your heart. The art of it is stunning, the storytelling, it's completely wordless, yet it says everything. It's pretty short, but unforgettable, like a bittersweet memory. Fair warning, it's heavy, but it's also hauntingly beautiful. Now at number 11, OTTD here, Halfbrick Plus, is one of those games that will have you laughing while you strategize, right? You're in charge of this Earth's last line of defense in about 110 years from now, with aliens coming at you from all sorts of crazy dimensions. The mix of tower defense and real-time strategy just keeps things intense but fun, especially when you're leveling your squad and unlocking all kinds of wild weapons. The boss fights, bizarre enemies, and alien landscapes make every feel pretty unique as well. Plus, with Halfbrick Plus, you're getting the full experience, no ads, no purchases, it's just pure chaotic fun. At number 12, for those of you who have missed it before, Suzerain is a narrative-driven political saga, where every decision in the game that you make has some massive consequences. With Suzerain, you're not just playing a game, you're crafting a political legacy, kind of. So if you're not into strategy or political games, this one's a no-no. All the way. However, the choices that you make shape everything, from the fate of nations to the people closest to you. It is rich, immersive, and is pretty good for anybody who loves deep, story-driven games where every decision counts, right? You're basically the president facing a country on the edge, dealing with corruption, recession, and international conflict. Now you have to balance noble rivalries, economic struggles, and the looming threat of war. In case you missed it, Dream League Soccer 2025 is back with big upgrades. now available on Android and iOS. See, this latest edition brings new features, including classic players from football history, starting with stars from the 1998 World Cup. The squads are bigger, with up to 64 players, and all teams are now updated to reflect the 2024-25 season, so you can expect smoother gameplay with more realistic tackling and smarter AI. There's a new Portuguese commentary and a friend system to compete head-to-head and track your club's stats. Legitimate additions. Imagine you're setting off on a fine, quiet journey following just a river from its start all the way up to the vast ocean. Well, that would be Royale here. A game where you get to shape the land, guide the water, and explore vast landscape. Along the way, a bird's your companion, helping you navigate through towering mountains, deep forests, and many different kinds of fields. Not just a game, it's an experience that lets you relax, get lost in nature, and discover new surprises at every different turn. Minimalistic visuals are possibly the crown jewel of it, and the music are just made for the game to calm you down. What a game. Well, at number 15, Ace Alliance Realm of Heroes isn't just about slashing or strategy, it's about building your dream team of heroes from all over the world. Well, this is obvious, as you can see, a idle RPG strategy, except you've got to travel across the world to pick up the champions that you want. What's cool is that you get to experiment with different hero combos, unlock the artifacts, and use strategy to each stage for the loot. The world is huge, so while you're exploring and uncovering secrets, you're going to be facing all kinds of arena battles that really test your tactical skills. It's a good game for sure, as the developer's first work. At number 16, well, we've got here Tag Time, which is a solid party game where two huge monsters chase down these 6 tiny fairy tale little minions. See, the monsters that I said need to work together. You gotta gather resources and build barricades to escape, but then you've gotta be quick, because if caught, they're thrown into a boiling cauldron and it's just over, unless the friends can save them. You'll get the idea. It's a pretty small game, 250 megabytes in size, it's playable online and available on Android only. This game is designed in a way to just evoke suspense and fun. It's all about strategy, teamwork, and outsmarting the AI. So at number 17, Nature Guardians is a tower defense game that takes strategy a little bit further. See, not only you have to defend the realm by shaping the battlefield itself using a hexagonal system, you also have to set up your enemy routes. Plus, the roguelike nature of it lets you experiment with different heroes and towers while facing an ever-evolving enemy system, and to be able to deal with almost an endless content. Plus, you can even create and shape your own maps. I'm pretty sure most of you already have played this one, but Osmos is back on the Google Play Store after just a brief hiatus. The beloved cell-absorbing puzzler game is making a comeback with a fresh new port, rebuilt from the ground up to work perfectly on modern Android devices. And if you remember Osmos from back in the day, like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, you know it was a physics-based game where your job was simple: absorb other microorganisms and avoid getting absorbed yourself. Now, Osmos is back and better than ever. With a fully updated version that runs smoothly on today's devices, Osmos has always been known for its unique mechanics and serene ambient vibe, and it's honestly surprising that it didn't blow up more. At number 19, we've got Tycoon Master. This game is all about rolling dice all day and just trying to build your way to the top. You start by investing in everything from banks to amusement parks and luxury homes, collecting assets to boost your fortune. You will even get to create buildings one step at a time, shaping your own paradise. And the fun doesn't stop there. You can gather stickers, unlock transportation tools, and explore a city where there's tons of slot machines. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of things to do and spend time with in this board game. Plus, you can team up with friends to prank each other. At number 20, Genesis 2 is a open-world MMORPG The story is you've landed in a parallel world where getting back home is your top priority. You're gonna gather a team of heroes such as vampires, elves, and even half-demons, each with their own weapons and skills, and explore to face off in some intense PvP 30 versus 3 battles. But obviously, teamwork is the key. The deeper you get, the more heroes you'll recruit, uncovering secrets and building the ultimate squad that you want. It's all about strategy, hero combos, and survival in a world full of mystery and danger. And last but not least, we've got Persona Battle Royale. This game's on both the Google and the Apple Store as well. It's a total rush. The game is from the creators of BGMI. It packs all the action you want into a quick 3-minute match system. The story is you're dropped into a wild alien planet where every energy stones are up for grabs, and it's a battle to the finish. So you're not just fighting aliens, you're gonna be taking on other players as well. The best part, however, is you get to pick your heroes, each with their own different MO, and level up to win the competition. So yeah, whether you're going solo or teaming up with friends, in the long run, strategy is the key. Really hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you soon.